Today, we're going to be putting 3 popular rifles to the test. We recently had the new Pump Flip and Fire weapon pack release, and with it, we now have a new class 2 to 6 rifle. So today, we're going to be comparing the new Frost 257 with the Quist Reaper and the Ranger 243. And today, we're going to figure out how they stack up against each other. So this is the Frost. And that fox went insta-splat. And I love how the Frost sounds. And we got a double lung shot from 120 meters with the 257. It just couldn't have done better. Now, let me know in the comments what you think the best class 2 to 6 rifle is. And somewhere in the video, I am going to share a key phrase. Drop that in the comments for your chance to win a 1-month membership to the channel. All right, let's dive right into it. Now, the other thing that I thought would be really fun to do today is to shoot some of these class 2 animals with the new 22 mag, the Anantha Action. I have not shot any class 2s with it yet, so I would love to see how it stacks up. Okay, so we have another gray fox. This time we are going to shoot it with the Ranger 243. So let's compare the stats of these 3 rifles. So here's the Frost. The Frost has an accuracy of 35, a recoil of 75, a reload speed of 52, and a hip shot of 80, and has 4 shots. The 243 has 5 shots, has an accuracy of 78, a recoil of 46, a reload speed of 49, and a hip shot of 76. And the Quist Reaper has an accuracy of 85, a recoil of 43, a reload speed of 60, and a hip shot of 55, and has 5 shots. So Frost is the only weapon with 1 less round. So that's a little bit of a disadvantage, but not the end of the world. Boy, Frost has way less accuracy than the other 2. So the Frost has an accuracy of 35, whereas the 243 has 78 for accuracy, and the Quist has 85 for accuracy. Well, let's go and see how they stack up. Okay, so 243. Beautiful. I think when you're shooting at a class 2 species, as long as you get a good shot, it's just going to go down. We're going to have to test these rifles out now on a class 2 from 300 meters. But first, we need to shoot a fox with the Quist. It's going to drop, but we're going to do it anyway. Okay. So we dropped this gray fox with a right lung, liver, and stomach shot. There it is right there. And that was from 155 meters with the 243. And I am always using polymers. So another fox goes insta-splat. Okay, so this time we have an 8 mythical. So it is now time to use the Quist Reaper. So the Quist Reaper comes in the Rapid Hunt rifle pack, and it is such an amazing rifle, but I really don't know how it measures up to the Frost, so that is what we're going to figure out today. And splat. Like I said, they're all going to go insta-splat from 150 meters on a class 2. Now, we're going to shoot some foxes from 300 meters and see how they do from a further distance. Now, gray foxes actually can make diamond at 8 mythical. They're one of the few species that can. I didn't even look at its trophy estimate. It'd be crazy if I picked it up and it were a diamond. Most unlikely. Let's see. Okay, 6.21 and 6.43 is diamond. And we did get a double lung shot. And another gray fox goes insta-splat. So that shot was with the Quist from 138 meters. And look at the crazy penetration. Holy. Okay, we have a red fox about 300 meters away. But I don't have the best of angles, unfortunately, so I don't know if I even will get a vital, but I am going to try. So we're going to start off again with the 243 from 300 meters. Kind of wish I had brought the Argus with me, but I didn't. Okay, put your noggin down. Here we go. I dropped it! I can't believe it. I dropped that fox. What? Well, if the 243 can drop a fox from 300 meters, I am positive that the Quist and the Frost can do the same. I think it's time to move up to a bigger class of animal. But before we change species, I want to shoot a fox with the 22 mag. That is going to be interesting. Okay, that 5 was coming back. He turned around. He's walking the other way, but yeah, he wants to come back. Okay. We're going to shoot him with the Anantha. There it is. Okay, the 22 mag. All right, I'm gonna put the night vision scope on. 126 meters. Now this rifle has absolutely zero recoil. Probably gonna have to zero down to 70. Oh, I forgot. I'm gonna zero to 100. This rifle zeroes in at 50, 100, and 150 meters. He's at 90 meters. All right, I'm taking it. Did I get a vital? He's going down. It is a class 1 and 2 rifle. I think we did get a vital. And he went splat. Let's go see. Look at this. We got a vital. Oh, that was the... Of course we got a vital. I didn't even see the fox. I just saw the vital blood splatter, and I was thinking it was the other fox. It's not. So this is the fox we shot from 278 meters with the 243. I was lucky I got liver there, but I did, and we dropped that fox from almost 300 meters with the Ranger 243. Not bad. Not bad at all. And here's the vital blood splatter that I thought that I was looking at. So we definitely got a good shot on the first shot. You know, for a class 1 and 2 rifle, it did pretty great. There it is. And I got right long with the Anantha action from 80 meters. And let's see how far this fox ran. 100 meters, just over. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right, we're actually going to change maps and hunt feral goats. They are class 3. Okay, so we are now in Te Awaroa, and we have some feral goats here that are class 3. So I'm going to start off with the 243 from 150 meters. Still hasn't dropped. It's dropping. Took a few seconds. Goats are definitely sturdier than foxes are. So this is going to be a little more interesting. Took them a while to drop. It's going to take me even longer to go find them. Oh my gosh. I think I'm going to go grab a 4-wheeler. Okay. Here's our goat. And we got a left lung shot. So we got a single lung. We did have quite an angle there. And that was from 194 meters. And he ran 100 meters. Okay, let's try that again. So this time we're going to do the exact same thing, but we are going to be using the frost on a feral goat. Okay, we'll go for this guy right here and aim a little bit high. Oh, I love the sound of that. And, oh, he's dropping way faster. We definitely got double lung there. That definitely worked a lot better than the 243 did. So this goat did not go far. Okay, so we got left lung and liver. Same angle as the 243, pretty close. It just got more penetration, and therefore this goat died a lot faster, and we had to do way less tracking when we did use the Frost 257. So it did pretty great on this goat. Okay, so now we are going to take a feral goat from about 150 meters with the Quist Reaper. Now it's not going to be perfectly broadside, but it's all we get. Got him. He's going down. And splat. He did not go far. And here he is. So we did get a left lung shot. There was a little bit of an angle, but not enough penetration. Get double lung? Really? Must have just stopped before. But it still didn't go very far, so I'd say it did a pretty great job. Okay, so we are now 300 meters back. I'm going to 0 to 300. And we are going to start with the 243 once again. Is that a black? Wouldn't that be sweet? I don't know if it is, but a black is a rare if it is. Here we go. Not dropping yet. Please tell me I got a good shot. He is dropping. We got him. It just takes a few seconds with the 243, and he's running a pretty good distance. Holy. And he went splat. Okay. Let's go have a look. No, it's not black. I didn't think so. Man, it is a brown, but we got left lung. It just does not have the penetration to get a double lung. And I am using the 243 polymers. So every time you take a shot with the 243, you're going to have to do more tracking. That's just the way it is. So that was a 280 meter shot. And this goat ran about 110 meters. So about the same as when we shot from about 200 meters. Okay, so we are now going to shoot a feral goat from 300 meters with the frost. Here we go. A little far back, but I got it. Look how fast it's dropping. Wow, world of difference between the 243 and the Frost. Okay, so we got a left lung, liver, and stomach shot. There is the shot, and man, she died really fast, and that was a 307 meter shot. So there's still going to be amazing penetration, even from really far shots. So that is the Frost. This is actually pretty darn great. Okay, we're going to try that again, but this time with the Quist. That looked good. Yep, we got him. He's not dying as fast, but that still did a pretty great job. So that was the Quist. Okay, so we did just get a single lung there. Interesting. Did the Frost get better penetration? I don't know. It kind of seems that way. I'm kind of surprised that we didn't break through and get the second lung. We are using the polymers, but the Quist just got a single lung from 300 meters. Very interesting. So far, I think the Frost is winning. Okay, we're gonna go shoot some whitetail because they are class 4. Okay, so we are now in Revontuli Coast. It is whitetail drink time, and we are gonna take our first whitetail with the 243 from about 150 meters. Now I would never grind with the 243. Drop, baby. Got him. Took a while for him to drop, but he is going down. He's gonna run it quite a distance. Oh my gosh. Hurry up and go splat. And okay. Okay, so we got a right lung shot from 212 meters. We had a pretty crazy angle, but I don't think we would have got double lung anyway. But I will try that again on a perfectly broadside whitetail. I won't even pick it up. I just want to see if it is going to drop faster. Okay, perfect. We have a perfectly broadside whitetail. Let's try that again with the 243. Are we going to get a double lung? No. See? It's still taking him a long time to die, so it does not matter about the angle. The 243 is just wimpy on whitetail. It's doing the exact same thing. Okay, this is going to be interesting. So now we're going to use the Frost from about 200 meters on whitetail. Oh, and this guy moved out and is giving me a perfectly broadside. Okay, this is the Frost. Here we go. Look how fast it's dropping. Holy! What a difference. Wow. So we got a double lung shot on a perfectly broadside whitetail from 202 meters. I'm going to say that he died just as fast as he would have had I shot him with the 308. Died fast! And he didn't go anywhere. I'm right in the middle of the hunting pressure. Wow. Now, I'd imagine there will be a difference from 300 meters, but we're going to find that out in just a sec. Okay, so now we're going to be using the Quist on whitetail from about 200 meters. Have nothing broadside. Well, this is as close as we're going to get. Here we go. This is the Quist Reaper. Dropped instantly. Did beautifully. It did just as well as the Frost. Amazing at 200 meters. Okay, so we got right lung, liver, and stomach. Amazing penetration from 177 meters with the Quist on whitetail. And that whitetail died fast. So amazing from 200 meters on class 4. Okay, so I'm not going to bother taking a 300 meter shot with the 243. It's going to do the exact same thing it did when we took the shot from 200 meters, but it's probably just going to be even slower. It's going to get single lung, and it's going to run off about 200 meters. We know that. Okay, but what we don't know is how Frost is going to do on whitetail from 300 meters. All right, I'm going for this guy. Instantly dropping. He's going for a little run, and he is down. Jeez, 300 meters? You could literally grind whitetail with this rifle. The only thing is, how far are they going to run when you get a poor shot? That is the one concern. Okay, we did get double lung from 319 meters. So the Frost has amazing penetration. To get a double lung from 320 meters on a whitetail is pretty great. I am really impressed. That's pretty amazing. Look at that. Now, he was perfectly broadside, but okay, let's see if we can do that with the Quist. Okay, we're going to do that again. Perfect shot. He's dropping, but he is taking longer to drop. Isn't that interesting? And splat. All right, let's go see what the heck happened. Okay. So we got a single lung on a perfectly broadside whitetail with the Quist. That was a 305-meter shot, and the exact same shot with the Frost got double lung. Wow, this is really interesting. I really thought the Quist was going to be stronger, but it's looking like the Frost is the strongest of these three rifles. I mean, we knew it wasn't going to be the 243. That is so interesting. I would imagine it just stopped short, but I would imagine that's what's going to happen on a Class 5. But let's go find out. Okay, so we have moved over to a ski ridge, and we are going to be shooting some muleys because they are Class 5 species. So the first one we're going to shoot with the 243 from about 150 meters. This guy is nice and broadside. See how long it takes for him to start dropping. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Still hasn't dropped. Are you serious? He's now dropping. Oh my gosh. It's gonna take him about 1.5 years to drop. Still going. Can you imagine if we'd shot it with soft points and not polymers? He probably never would have died. And he finally went splat, and he went, "You're not gonna give me a green circle? Come on." Oh my gosh. Well, let's go find him. And we did get a vital. Time to go for a very long run. Okay, so here is our muley, and it ran 300 meters. 300 meters, and we did get a left lung shot. Just about a perfect broadside. It's just not going to double lung. That is a crazy amount of tracking. Pretty nice mule deer, though. Look at those long tines at the back. Okay, so now we're going to do the same once again from 190 meters with the Frost. He's dropping a lot faster than the 243, and splat. Okay, so this muley ran 40 meters instead of 300 meters, and we did get a double lung shot, and that was with the Frost, and we did have an angle. Not too much of an angle, but a little bit, but the penetration is pretty great. Frost. We're gonna do that one more time with the Quist. The problem is that the only muley I need to shoot is the one that is showing its butt. So what I'm gonna do is once these slow-moving bison get their butts out of my way, I'm gonna shoot beside this muley, and hopefully it'll turn a broadside. Okay, here we go. And insta-splat! Holy. Okay, so we did get a heart shot there. We're gonna have to do that again, and not hit the heart this time. Of course he dropped. Didn't mean to hit the heart. Don't say that very often. Okay, we're gonna try that one more time. This is the Quist. Definitely not gonna be a hurt shot. Hasn't dropped yet. Now it's dropping. It's taking longer than the Frost. I think we probably got single lung. Definitely taking longer. Okay. So there it is. We got a single lung, just like I thought. Pretty much a perfect broadside. So again, Quist gets a single lung, whereas the Frost will get a double lung. More penetration with the Frost. And this guy ran 110 meters. And I believe with the Frost, it ran 40 meters because we got a double lung. So I guess we have 300 meters to try out now. Perfect spot right here. Okay, so I'm not going to bother shooting a muley with the 243 from 300 meters. It's not going to magically start to get a double lung. It's just going to run off for at least 300 meters. We know what it's going to do. All right, we are going to try the Frost here from 300 meters on a muley. I don't have any broadside muleys. This is the best I'm going to do. So here we go. Got him. He's going down. I think we got a single lung there. Okay. So the Frost does better at about 200 meters, but I'm guessing it's going to be pretty similar from 300. Okay, we did get a right lung. It was a little bit of an angle. I don't know if we were to shoot a perfectly broadside muley, I don't know if we'd get double lung or not. But from 300 meters, we did not get the same penetration. So that was a 288 meter shot, and he ran 140 meters. Okay, so I ran from here over to this spot so that now the muley's moving. Stay there. Yes. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do the Frost again. I need to know if we're going to get a double lung on a perfectly broadside muley. He's dropping. I think we did. Maybe. We might have got a double lung. Let's go see. I don't think he ran as far. Hey! Hey, don't be murdering me! Rude! Okay. Yes! I'm glad I took that shot again on a perfectly broadside mule deer from 300 meters, 296. We got double lung with the Frost. So the reason we got single lung on the last shot is because of the angle. Yeah, that penetration is awesome. So this guy ran 50 meters. That's it. We have a broadside muley, and now we're going to do a 300 meter shot with the Quist. Are we going to get a single lung or a double lung? I'm guessing a single. Lift your noggin. I get him. I got him. I did. That was definitely a single lung, and it's definitely taking him longer to drop because of it. So the Frost is definitely stronger than the Quist. Holy. I didn't expect that this would be the outcome. Okay, we got a single lung with the Quist from 292 meters. There is the shot, perfectly broadside. It just does not get the same penetration that the Frost does. Wow. I did not expect this result. So according to the stats here, the Frost has more recoil. It has 75 for recoil, and the Quist has 43 for recoil. And the Frost has one less shot. It has 4 shots, and the Quist has 5. But the Frost has better penetration. I am going to be pulling for the Frost over the Quist when I am hunting classes 2 and 3. If I'm specifically hunting something that is class 4, 5, or 6, I am going to be using a class 4 to 8 rifle. And my favorite lately has been this one here, the Hansen 30-06. I love this rifle. And I do still love the Zarza 308. But those are class 4 to 8s. So based on what has happened here today, I don't think it's necessary to go and shoot a class 6 animal with these rifles once again. I think we're going to get the same results. So that was really eye-opening. And I do highly recommend that you get your hands on the Pump, Flip, and Fire weapon pack, because that Frost is amazing. It is stronger than the Quist Reaper. Crazy stuff. But if you did enjoy the video or learn anything at all, definitely go ahead and splat that like button. It helps so much, so thank you for doing that. And if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this. And as always, thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to recommend that you click right here for my first hunt with the Pump, Flip, and Fire weapon pack.